podcast platform. This is Zambia's #1 podcast with Jali and Fortress.
Prostitution is not the way to go. You know, these men, they'll treat you bad. Some of them, they'll ask you to even lick their asses. I remember that night I even got raped. It was a very bad night for me.
So at this point, what's going through your mind now?
At this point, I feel like killing myself.
Titandala on YouTube and your favorite podcast platform. This is Zambia's #1 podcast with Jali and Fortress.
Hello there and welcome to yet another exciting episode. This is Titandala, the podcast. I'm your host. My name is Charlie and it's good to be back. And guess what? We are at a new location. We're shooting from Riders at Arcades, man. You need to check out the place and you'll not be disappointed. Welcome to it. And my special guest today, before I introduce our guest today, I just want to remind you that with Bet11, you can register and stand a chance to win big by just signing up with the code BET, verify your account, and also deposit money to your account and claim 100% bonus. And for more information, just visit www.bet11 or bet11.co.zm for more information. T's and C's apply. And remember, play not for persons under the age of 18. Allow me to introduce our guest for this particular episode. She's a TV personality, entrepreneur, business lady. She's an actress. She's a model, singer, rapper. Wow, the list is endless. The list is endless, man. Thank you so much for coming to the show, man. I've been wanting to have you on the show for such a long time.
Thank you so much, Charlie, for having me here. I'm so excited to be here with the famous Charlie.
You the famous Ivanka.
Like you said, my name is Ivanka Bianca. I'm the infamous Ivanka Bianca.
Yeah, infamous though. Like, where do you think that comes in? What do you think a lot of people hate you?
Because too straight up, and maybe because of my background, they have no idea of how Ivanka Bianca was built, how Ivanka Bianca came into the picture, and why is this girl behaving like this every time, always fighting people and all that. But they have no idea whatsoever of where and how I started.
Absolutely. And people see you today, this shining star, and they're like, who's this girl? Let's talk about your background. Where were you born and where did you grow up from?
I was born in Matero. At Matero
Right here in Lusaka.
Right here in Lusaka.
Yeah.
And I was raised in Matero for a little bit. I was going at a girls' school.
Yeah.
From grade 1 to grade 9 until I did very well in my school.
Is it? Grade 12 cleared.
I have very good results. Like, you wouldn't believe it's me. Like,
for real.
Very brilliant
What
girl.
subject were you good in?
I was actually a head girl at my school. And my teachers, I think when they see me on TV, they're just like, hey.
Yeah, we knew it.
We knew it. She's
right?
going to go somewhere and be something. You
wow.
know?
What's the highest subject you got in?
I have ones, like
all of them.
The only subject where I say I failed is math because I have a 6.
Wow. Everything else is distinction.
It's just like 2 English. I have 2 math. I have 7. These are other just subjects. I've got ones. In biology, I've got like a 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing. How many are you in your family?
Just 2. Me and my brother.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wow. That's great. That's really great. So, like, the time that you're in school, what were your dreams? Like, what did you want to be? Like, we all had dreams. Like, I want to be a pilot.
Yeah.
You know,
it's so funny. Like, growing up, I always wanted to be a journalist.
Yeah.
I wanted to be on TV. You know, like, my mom always liked taking us to the showgrounds. She would expose us to the musicians like Mampi, Makitu, and all these people.
Yeah.
We would go and get like those stickers. You remember those stickers?
Yeah, like you paint your face. Which name did you paint?
I always did Mampi.
For real? Does she know that?
She does. I think so. I told her.
Wow.
I even have a picture of me with a tattoo of Mampi on my forehead, and we would take pictures there, and they would give us, those times when you would pay to talk, to say hi on TV.
Yes. You go there and then you pay and then say hi.
Did that.
And you'd speak on radio.
Yeah, she would take us there, and then I'll say, my name is Hope, and I am going to be a doctor when I grow up. And I didn't even consider medicine afterwards.
For real? Which celebrity do you remember meeting at the showgrounds when you were young?
I met Mambi. I met Mambi.
Does she remember you though?
No, she can't remember me because I used to be dark back then. You know? I used to be like dark skinned babe, but not very dark because I used to be like little bit light.
Right. That's amazing. It's amazing to know that you did very, very well in school. Yeah. So after school, how does Ivanka evolve into what she is today? What was the plan after school, after grade 12?
Okay, life hasn't been easy for me on my side. It hasn't been easy. It wasn't even easy for me to complete my school because like I had to get sponsors to come in and support me at school. I had to get people that are just like strangers helping me in school because my family, they had their own reasons for not wanting me to go to college. They believed they didn't have to give me a chance to go and study what I wanted, based on certain mistakes I might have made in the past. They actually even kicked me out of the house because I reported late at the house. I
problem child, Ivanka.
Not a problem child.
Yeah.
You know that type of a thing where I was coming from work. So like I was told, my uncle told me straight up when I got picked to go and study at Unza. I actually got picked.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I even got picked at Mulungushi. I got picked at what's this other school, Creso.
Yeah.
I also got picked at Chinama. I even went for attachments and interviews and all that.
Yeah. At this point, your mind is like you want to do.
I really wanted to do clinical medicine.
Wow.
My mom always wanted me to be a doctor. I wanted to be a teacher, and I also wanted to be a journalist. So I was in between a lot of things because I've always liked teaching. Yeah. So when I decided I wanted to do clinical medicine, it was like honoring my mom's wish because that's what she wanted me to do. So I was going to do it because she loved it. She loved that for me. Yeah. And I was going to fulfill that for her. So I did apply and I was picked. And unfortunately, my uncle said he didn't have money to spend on my school, that I had to work hard to get myself into college. Yeah. Which I did. I got a job at Cairo Mall. I started working there. And the job was cool. They were paying me well, and I was the best sales lady in the company. Wow. That's where I actually got my skills to even start selling now. So I worked there like for 2 years, and then there was a day I was knocking off from work, and then I lost some money for the company. I got robbed. They robbed they stole my phone, like 2 phones. Yeah. 2 phones for the company that I was supposed to take somewhere for delivery. Yeah. And they stole like a 6,000 kwacha, and that was like 2015. Yeah. 6,000 kwacha. That was like
that's a lot of money then, eh?
So I just almost felt like I was gonna just pee in my pants or something like that. I was very nervous. I told my boss about it, that this is what had happened. I'd lost the money. He understood, fortunately, because he knew me. I was very trusted, and he trusted me with money. He knew I would never steal. Yeah. He knew me like so much that he could trust me with his money, and he knew that it wasn't intentional. Right. So he just gave me a deal where I would start paying him little by little until...
to pay back the lost money now.
Yes, I had to pay that money back. But when I got home, which was like, because I knocked off at 17, and I got into this altercation from 17 up to somewhere 18, 19. By the time I got to the house, my aunt sent me back. She had already thrown my bags out of the house. Okay, she just never really liked me. Because even when I wanted to go to college, I had good results, better results than her daughter, but she never really accepted the fact that I did better. And maybe she had reasons for doing that, but she never accepted me, not even one little bit. Like, she never liked me.
I see. So you grew up in a single parent home, like with your mom?
I never had parents. Like my mom died when I was 9, and my dad died when I was just born, like 3 months old.
So you've never seen his pictures, no?
I had his pictures, except when I used to date this abusive guy. The reason why I don't date black guys. Yeah, we're gonna get to that. He bent my mom's only pictures.
Ooh, that actually destroyed you, obviously, eh?
He bent them.
Wow.
Some people, they are so toxic.
Yeah. So you're living at your aunt's place, and your dreams are to go to school to become a clinician or to do teaching. Where do things now get haywire, where you feel like, you know what, I just gotta go my way?
The things, because that time I used to be a very prayerful girl, you know. I used to even fast in the church.
For real?
I used to lead the praise team. I was like that type of a girl. The pastor would say, look at her, what she's doing. She's always here on time. She's always singing to the Lord. Yeah. She's praying for people and all that. I used to be that type of a person.
You pray for people?
Me, I used to pray for people. I used to be an example in the church.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then when my aunt decided to do that, she really just threw me to the wolves when she did that, because I was really young. Yeah. I didn't have any experience. I didn't have anybody out there. And I was just like 16, and I was on the streets on my own.
So now she throws you out of the house. Where does Ivanka go? Because now you're 16, nowhere to stay, nowhere to sleep.
Ivanka luckily was clever enough to have saved some money, because my life has been, I've been raised and grown up with strangers, and most of the times when I have money, I always taught myself to save the little that I always had, because I always knew I needed something at the end of the day.
Right.
So when my auntie decided to kick me out, I just picked my bags. I had a friend of mine who used to do my hair. She had a salon, so she had a house. She used to stay alone. She's the one who took me in, and she told me, I'm only going to take you in for 2 days. After 2 days, you need to find where to go. And I moved in with her, with my staff. I stayed there with her for 2 days. I talked to my boss. He gave me some money. I rented a house with no power, a 1 room.
Where are you living at this point?
Chingwele, Matero.
Oh, yeah, down those ends, yeah.
You know Family Bar, that area?
Yeah.
I rented
You're
a house
living
with
alone?
no electricity, yeah, alone. And then I started going for work. And then I got tired of working.
At some point, you feel like it's not for me.
I got tired of working, and my boss liked me so much that no matter how many times I messed up, he still took me back because he knew my value.
Right.
So there was a time I decided to help a friend of mine to get a job in my same company where I was working.
Yeah.
And then she's the one who started telling the boss everything I was doing at home. No, this girl, she's always getting drunk. She gets home late, and then she comes for work. She's not organized. She just started bad-mouthing me, and in the end, the boss started hating me. And I didn't even know that she was the one telling him things.
Wow.
And I got her a job there, and she was still bad-mouthing me. And at the end of the day, I just got tired of the negative energy at work.
Yeah, you
when
know?
When I get there, I'm tired. I'm having my own problems from home. And then they're telling me, you were drunk yesterday. You were out yesterday.
Like I wasn't at work.
It's not in my business.
Yeah.
It was not part of my business, because I would still go to work. I would still deliver. I would still sell more than 20 phones in a day. And they still had to complain. And I just told him, you know what, fuck it. I'm not coming back here.
Yeah.
And I left that work. And my boss begged me to stay. I just left it. At some point, I regret leaving that workplace because it was the worst decision that I made.
Is it? So now you leave that job. How is life now?
I left that job now. I started staying on my own. Yeah. I started doing my own things.
And this is a rented house at this point?
This is a rented house at this point. And then this is where my money runs out. And this is where I get broke now.
Yeah.
And this is where, because of the environment I was in already, I was just getting attracted to the wrong type of friends.
Yeah.
Like Family Bar area material, you know, like there's just like those girls that they knew I had a house, they knew I had money at that time, and they were like, all of them, they wanted to be my friends.
Yeah, want to chill at your house and whatever. You get For you, you're just innocent, you're just getting into it.
By that time,
yeah.
I had no choice, I had to start selling.
Yeah. And
that's when I joined the sex work.
At that point, no guilt conscious to just say, you know what, I'm just going to do what I got to do.
Guilt conscious. It's about survival. At that point, it's about survival. It's not about who's there. It's not about who's going to like me. It's not about how much I'm going to get paid. It's about you getting anything. It got to a point where I interacted with the wrong people, to a point where I even started doing drugs at some point.
Yeah.
So it was like I had to do certain things to get money, to sponsor myself, to buy, what do you call that? This one that makes people sleep.
Which one is that? I don't know these things. You must tell us now. So now, who introduces you to the sex work? Like, do you just look at it and say, I want to join? Or somebody just says, we can do this?
Because when I used to be a buyer, when I used to work, I would go to Family Bar with my friends, would buy beer. So like all the girls there, they wanted to be us. They wanted to be friends with us. And also we were only dating white men at the time. So everybody was, even though we were staying in a house with no power, we still had to date white guys. Because me and my friend told ourselves we'll never date black guys. So every girls in the area, they always wanted to be our friends because they used to see our life, the way we used to show off.
Yeah, like these are the ones that are popping, so let's make friends. Yeah.
We would be at News Cafe with white guys. I had a boyfriend at the time. I didn't need to do this job. But when the guy walked away, that's when everything just completely went sour.
Do you remember the first time you made somebody pay to sleep with you?
I got irritated. I was very disgusted.
How much did you pay?
I can't disclose that information, but the value was really, really low.
Very.
And I was treated like shit.
And looking back, do you regret the decision, or you just say it was a learning curve for you?
It was a learning way, and it's a way that I think that's why I'm here, to tell these young girls out there that prostitution is not the way to go. You know, these men, they will treat you bad.
When you say treated bad, what's the worst we could think of?
Some of them, they'll ask you to even lick their asses.
Wow. So now, are they adding on the money, or is that the same what you've agreed?
Do you want the money? Are you hungry enough? There's a lot of other girls that will probably get less than you are. So, do you want the money, or do you want me to go and get someone else?
Yeah.
You can walk away now. Walk away.
And at that moment, you're just like, if I leave this money behind, somebody's going to get it.
Then you know at your place where you're going back, you have an empty house, because I was also robbed at the time. I came back home, I found everything was robbed. Actually, it was on New Year Eve. I remember that night I even got raped. It was a very bad night for me.
Whoa.
I went to celebrate with my friends for New Year's. It was on New Year's Eve. We went there, everything was nice. I had my smartphone because I had just been fired, so meaning I still had my phone from that place.
Right.
I remember I used to use a Techno M5. Yeah, that was a Techno M5. It's very small like this. Yeah. So I got involved. There's a guy who came at me at the bar and said, hey, I like you. I want to talk to you for a little bit. I went to talk to that guy. He dragged me by the side. I didn't know the guy was a rapist. The guy just told me, no, my house is behind here. We don't need to drive. Let's just walk.
Yeah.
I got raped in Emmersdale, actually.
Wow.
The guy made me walk until we got to a certain area. I told him, we're not getting to your house. And that's where now he gets me, puts duct tape on my mouth. He ties my hands and he does whatever he wants.
Yeah.
He even gets all my clothes. He just leaves me with my underwear. He gets my phone, my money, and he leaves me there lying down naked.
What time is this now?
At night. And he leaves me beaten up.
Whoa.
I wake up, it's 8. I'm in the middle of nowhere, naked, looking like I'm a witch. Wow. I hide in the bushes. I wait for someone to pass, to give me a chitenge to wear, and then I get back home. I find my whole house has been robbed. There's nothing in my house.
Clean, nothing. So at this point, what's going through your mind now? Like you...
I feel like killing myself.
Yeah.
At this point, I feel like killing myself, and I'm like, oh my God. You know, before I never used to laugh at this story. I would cry every time I tell this story. But
now you laugh about it.
I even laugh about it because like now it's so funny.
Yeah.
It's so funny because it's like a story that some of them would laugh at, but some of them would learn from.
Right.
I get home, I find everything is empty in the house. And my friends, the ones I thought were my friends, they gang up. I kicked them out of my house because one of them was being wanted by the police, because obviously at that point I was hanging out with criminals.
Obviously, yeah, it's possible.
So one of them was being hunted by the police. I was hiding him. So I get home, I find my house is empty. I suspect it's them.
Yeah,
so
obviously.
I kick all of them out. They gang up. They come, a crew of them, and beat me.
This is around the same period?
The same day.
You're really having a very bad day, eh?
I get beaten up, and then they leave me in the middle of the road. Actually, they don't tell me they're going to whip me.
Yeah.
Because I blame them for my things getting lost, because they're the ones I left there. They tell me, no, let's take a walk. We're going to meet one of our friends. His name was Ice Cube. May his soul rest in peace. He died.
Yeah.
We're going to meet Ice Cube now. He's going to tell us how it happened, how you guys left the door open, and how these things got stolen.
Stolen, yeah.
Kanshi kuja bapanga na kutata tina mzati mubera tikakumana na eve parodi timu menya. They know I have no family. They know my brother can't come for me. They know my brother and me.
You have nowhere to go to.
No one would come and say, don't beat this girl, don't treat her like this. No one will fight for me.
Yeah.
Then all of them now, I get there in the middle of the road. They whip me, like whipping me, like whipping. I even have a scar here, still there. All of them, including the people that I was hiding from the police.
Wow.
In the middle of the road, they beat me up and they leave me there. My friend's mom, she was coming from somewhere, the same girl I used to work with.
Yeah.
The mother's friend now, she comes and she finds me lying down. So I was like, uyu si mwana simzake wabaja mwana wa mama kendani uyu ama sevenzana heve uyu amumenya onani. Nje kunide obamanji. Peleka pa nyumba pao banisambika ko sambika ko shanshani. Nibwelera ku nyumba nao balando that kukani. Chongo cha
Kai,
Chirango
too much
pan.
now. It's like a lot. Like this is a lot going on in your life at this particular point, eh?
And then now I get kicked out. And then now my friend, the only friend I thought would take me in, I buy another bed, yeah? I buy another bed because I had no choice. I had to buy a bed. Because I always had money. You know, this business, you always have money.
Right.
I buy another bed. Then I tell my friend, after I get kicked out, I tell the landlord to keep for me, because I told the landlord to give me a week, which gave me enough time to find another bed. I tell my friend to keep for me that bed. I go out to the same business to look for money. I come back in the evening. Actually, that night, I didn't make any money. And there was a certain scammer from Nigeria who told me, no, we can do a certain business. If you send me 1,000, you send me $100 now. That was then. We're going to do, you send me $200, we're going to do a certain business. If you have to sell all your things and send me the money, then when we get paid through this business, you're going to pay back.
Is that period when Nigerians were now at their
as
peak?
Stupid as I was, I sold everything again.
Sent the money
and you
to
know
a
what I
Nigerian
did?
guy.
I told my friend, the one who was keeping me, I went out at night. I didn't manage to raise that money because, you know, to raise that money, I had to see like maybe 3-4 guys. I told my friend to find me a way to sell my things, the ones that I gave her to keep for me at her mom and dad's house.
Yeah.
Then she sells those things. Actually, I changed my mind. Afterwards, I find $100. Then I tell her, no, don't sell the bed. I'm just coming to give this person the money. I already have the money. I've already found a house. I'm just coming to get that bed and take it to the new house. Then my friend tells me, no, I've already sold the bed for 300 kwacha. And I bought it for 800.
Wow.
I even feel sick. Oh my God, what am I going to do? Now I have no bed again.
So, looking back at everything that happened to you, do you blame your aunt for kicking out of your house? Because I think if she had kept you, you wouldn't have been exposed to this life. Or you say thank you because I'm who I am now.
I always say thank you to her.
Yeah?
I always say thank you to her because none of certain people in my family have done the things that I've done. Like, most of them, they've never even been on a plane, you know?
Exactly.
Because of chasing me away, because of that
You have to learn life the hard way.
Yeah, because of that treatment, I'm having people inviting me in countries.
Yeah.
I'm having my own skincare line. I didn't think I can be seated here talking on TV, you know?
Right.
This is big.
It's amazing.
It's huge.
It's really amazing.
If that's a little child, like Ivanka Bianca that was growing up, if she would
Written
look at me
Mampi
right
here.
now, she'll be so happy, you know? She'll
And
be
proud.
very happy and proud of me. She'll be like, yeah, you made it.
Yeah. At what point do you decide, I got to get out of this sex business?
I didn't have to decide. I had to be forced to get out of it because even when I did photo shoots that were clean, even when I made my own money to do shoots, people still thought I was still getting men to pay for me. So I asked myself, what would I do to make people think I'm now working hard so that they don't give me those names anymore?
Yeah.
But also, I needed someone like Anita to embarrass me for 75 kwacha, for me to challenge her and get myself a real company, because now I have a real company. And
exactly. And you guys were close at some point.
Yeah,
you guys were close at some point. Do you talk now? Have you guys resolved, or is just like, yeah, whatever?
We resolved, but you know, like, you resolve issues with people, but when they do you bad, it's better when you learn them. After that, you keep your distance, you know?
Yeah.
You don't go back through the same circle. Some circles, they need to be broken.
Right.
And like in Anita's case, I really helped that girl. Like, I'm not trying to brag or anything. I brought that girl from Kabwe. She knew nobody in Lusaka. I introduced her to the people she knew.
Yeah.
The friends she's got even today, they are my friends. The house she lived in was mine. The bed she slept on was mine.
Yeah.
I helped that girl. But the way she came out when I didn't want to help her anymore. Because, you know, it was that type of a situation where she went to Kitwe, she had a wedding. I don't know who had a wedding. Someone had a wedding in her family. So her and my other friend decided to go together. Then I came back because I had a boyfriend who wanted me to come back early. He wanted me to actually move out because he said the setup of the way we were living with the girls,
he didn't like it.
He didn't like it. He didn't like the way everyone was coming with different people and what. There was no privacy.
Yeah.
So I said, this is not respecting you and it's not respecting me either. So I'm going to rent you your own house. I'm going to give you half of the money, because he doesn't give you full money. He just says half of the money.
Yeah.
Half of it you have to find it yourself. So I told the girls, you girls, I have a 5,000 kwacha. you girls need to give me a 5,000 kwacha. I found 1-bedroom houses that I can rent for 10,000, 5,000, 5,000 each. You girls can live together in one. You can be contributing 1,250 each.
Yeah.
And me, I'm capable of paying the 2,000 alone,
Yeah,
2,500 alone. And I want my privacy. They said, okay, you can move with our things. That day I was sick. And also, nabona pesa wa landlord wapi. Shaka vevens vana cheat. That's why landlord wana board and notice.
Amwenzo PC wem.
But neighbors are intimidated. You know how it is. Pretty young girls living next door.
Living their life and
whatever,
popping all the time.
Like, oh no, my husband is going to leave me.
Yeah.
So that was the situation with the girls. So the owner of the house said, no, you girls can't keep staying here. So in the Penda Bwera Nation, I had gone somewhere. I think I had gone to Malawi. When I got back, I said, no, you need to move out. And the girls had already gone to Kitwe. So meaning, if I had to move out, I had to move with their things, which I did, Charlie. I moved with all their things to the new house.
Yeah.
Then when I got there, I found in the yard, Manyumba was one Mangari 8. Mwenze Beba and 21 I was the first tenant. They were newly built houses. So I told the landlord, okay, instead of me living with these girls in 1 bedroom, give me 1 more house. Let me give you the 5,000 kwacha that I have. Then when my friends get back on Thursday, they'll give you the other 5,000 kwacha that they have.
So that they have their space.
So that they have their space, I have my space, and we can all help each other. And the landlord said, okay, cool. I even got their house, I even got their things, I even put in the other house, I even got people to park for them, they parked for me, and it was complete 2 nice homes.
Yeah.
And then, when they got back, one of them got back, I showed her, this is your home, this is mine. She was like, hey, unasankila nyumba ya bwino, unasankila nyumba ya ipai. She was like, oh my God.
But this is the same yard, right?
It's the same yard, it's the same model, the houses are built the same, everything the same.
Yeah.
Except this one is this side, this one is this side, because I didn't want them on the same block with me. I wanted to be on
like,
my own block.
yeah.
I was tired of the
whole drama.
They never
and
used
all
to
that.
buy food, all that stuff and all that. So I found them their own place. They still didn't want to. So the landlord, we waited until Thursday. They didn't show up. The landlord kept calling them. Are you going to bring the 3,000 money? Are you going to bring the 5,000 kwacha? They kept saying, Tizade. They never showed up till Friday. Then the landlord said, you know what? You are helping people that wouldn't help you if you needed help.
Right.
Pack these things. We're putting them in the storage. If
we're putting somebody else in there.
Yes, we're putting someone in there. If you want to help them, you're helping them at your own help. As for us, we don't want any drama and we are not going to help these girls anymore. We are putting this 2.5 on your rent. You're the one who paid this money. And if these girls, they need to rent, they will have to come and find one of their homes.
Yeah.
I informed the girls this is what the landlord was going to do. They said, we're going to come. Inenezoganza mungati wabwera kubosha chani. Kubotenga vintu kuti bakukisire mnyumba inango. Kanzi wabwera na kamera bonpinda mafuta anewenzi vanasi ya mnyumba pamnenezo kukisa vintu.
No.
That day I had a bad feeling. I didn't want to meet the girls. You know, I always, in my life, if there's one thing that has kept me going is my intuition. I've always trusted it.
Yeah, you felt that day had something coming up.
My heart told me not to see Anita and them.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to see them. But then, I just didn't want to make them feel like, we maybe anakukira mnyumba ya bwino.
Doesn't want to meet us, what and what.
Me, I'm not that type of a person, you know. Then I met them and my house was empty because that's when I was starting, you know. That's when I was getting to find myself. Paja nishinde pamneba ntona mbo nipasa kona attention nishinde penda mbo noimba ko tumanyimbo.
Yeah.
Munyumba mwanga mwenze empty mwenze chabe carpet na ka TV nezo nkala pants. Panikopa nili munyumba mli empty. Can you imagine? Panikopa mnyumba nilimirire na katambala and I felt so embarrassed. And then you know the worst part? I only saw that video 6 hours later.
Nisha blogged that outside.
And no one told me until my friend called me and said, Bianca, do you know that you're trending? I'm trending about what? At you, let me send you the link. I don't even want to tell you, you're going to feel bad. Kubotamba kubopeza wanitukwana ndiona pa ya maibako ndiwe sataniki ndiwe chani ine kudabwa ati muntu ndiye mwamenali uyu mkashana huyu.
Yeah.
Namchosa kukabwe ine namuleta kuno kunyumba 1 month sana lipirepo rent Anita nangwanga nkale hapa angashite testify kubwa kunisebanya kunikopera mnyumba mli empty. And if there's one
really
thing
bad.
that I always worry about is my confidence. That really fucked up my self-esteem. I can't lie to you. I felt so bad. I lost my confidence that day. I cried the whole night to God. I cried to God that night. I will never forget. If there's one painful night that I've never healed from, is that specific
That's someone.
I felt so bad.
If there was a better way to sort that thing out, obviously you guys were going to talk.
There was no better way because she had already planned it. I will never in my life embrace any person who's doing what I'm doing.
If Anita was here right now, what would you tell her?
I forgave her. I told her that I forgave her. But what I would tell her is that she shouldn't ever in her life do that to somebody who really helped her in her life. Because between herself and God, she knows that I made an impact in her career and in her life. I did make an impact.
Yeah.
And all she needed to do was just give me credit or just get her things and go. She didn't have to make it look even. At the end of the day, I do have the money. Even now, I have the money. I am more influential than her. There's nothing she can ever do about it. You don't fight people that help you.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like me, the way I am right now. The way I went with Mutale Mwanza to Cape Town and we did all these things together. We were selected. We were both selected for that show. Those people, they are the reason for selecting me and Mutale Mwanza.
Yeah.
There's no reason I'm going to come to Zambia and start talking bad about her, like I'm trying to compete with.
Yeah, like all that kind of stuff.
She deserves all the respect. At the end of the day, she's the most influential entrepreneur in Zambia and she's big. She deserves the respect and I have to give it to her. If there's any other artist out there who's bigger than me, who's got more experience than me, they deserve the respect that they deserve because at the end of the day, they've seen the sun more longer than I have and they know this business more than I do. And I don't expect me to start fighting with people that can show me the way.
Absolutely. So looking back at everything that you've been through, what would you say you've learned in terms of friendships, betrayal, hard work, and
I have
all
learned
that?
everything. I'm so awake right now. Like I'm very awake to negativity and I'm very awake to positivity. I'm very awake to seeing love, genuine love, and seeing people that would really ruin my life. And you know, having experiences like the experiences that I've had, people wouldn't understand why I'm the way I am, why I talk the way I am, why I behave the way I behave sometimes. They wouldn't understand, but they don't know nothing about me and how I started. And
Absolutely.
these experiences, without these experiences, I wouldn't have been seated here. What reason would you have for interviewing me if it wasn't for that video for me fighting with a white man?
Right.
Would you know about me?
I think that's where it all began from, like, let's pay attention to this girl. Yeah.
That's where it started. So I cannot shame my past. People always want me to say, don't talk about your past. Don't talk about how you were embarrassed in that video. How can I not talk about the beginning? That is the beginning. God chose that as the beginning for a reason. I cannot fight God.
And I love how you are just honest about your past and everything that you've done and being proud of the person that you've become today. Because to be honest, like your influence actually trickles down to even young girls that are actually watching you to say, oh wow, she's really strong. Out of everything that she's been through, you still emerge to be the person that you are. Let's talk about your trip to Cape Town. How did it come about? And what did you guys go do there? Like everybody just didn't know. We're just like, oh, okay, what's happening here?
It was like a miracle.
Yeah.
You know, like I started praying these days, you know, like before I used to pray a lot back then.
Yeah.
And I'm that type of a person that is like, I can feel certain things. I feel like God gave me a certain type of gift of discernment, I guess.
Yeah.
So like when I started praying again, I just feel like doors are opening, you know? I just feel like doors are opening. You don't know, even here, like you started inviting me a long time.
Yeah.
You don't ask yourself why I wasn't coming. Maybe it's God who was saying no.
Like the time has to be right.
The time should be right. I think this is the right time for me to even talk about it. You know, those people, they just discovered me themselves, yeah?
For real?
Yeah. They discovered me themselves. And the first day they called me because I've been having a lot of issues with scammers using my name as a name to traffic girls out of the country. Yeah. You know, because my publicity is like, I'm infamous. It's not like a positive way to be known. So if someone is going to say Ivanka Bianca comes to South Africa to do prostitution and we pay her this much, and we want you because you're a pretty girl. Ivanka Bianca was here last month, and we paid her 15,000 just for having a dinner with someone.
Yeah.
We want you as well to have the life that she has. We want you to come, but we're going to use a bus for you.
Yeah.
So we want you to come here. We'll do all these things for you, like the way she's living, and we'll do them for you for free.
Yeah.
But that is actually a lie. There's been actually girls that almost left the country thinking that I'm with those people, and it's not even
For real?
true. Yeah.
How did you know about it?
So when those people messaged me, I knew about it because one of them, when she was about to send them the passport and the details for them to buy her a ticket for a bus, she called me and said, hey, Ivanka, there's a company that called me and they told me they're a modeling agency from South Africa and that they're the ones that are agency for you and they run errands for you in SA and they get you deals and all that.
Yeah.
So they want me to go for a show. So would you like me to go? Since you already been there, what is the conditions like? They told me that you got to do this and that. I said, no, I'm no longer into that business.
Yeah.
I was in that business, yeah. but I'm no longer into that business. And the time I was in that business, I didn't even have that much value.
Yeah.
No one would give me 15,000 for that. Where would I get that man for 15p? Nowhere. So I told the girl it was a lie. So when these people, they messaged me and told me, Ivanka, we want you to come to South Africa, I actually thought it was a scam.
Yeah.
I didn't believe it. They called me the first time and I said, no, if you want me to believe you, give me a video call.
Yeah.
And they gave me a video call. They were like, Ivanka, okay, why do you think we are lying to you? I thought, how can I believe something this good happening to me? That's
Yeah,
what I
like
said.
it's almost too
Because,
good to be true.
you know,
Like,
this
what's
is too good to be
happening?
true. Even in my own country right now as I speak, no corporate companies want to work with me. Because of my reputation, because of my insults, because of my horrible behavior lately in the past.
Yeah.
No branding company would like to
Would want to associate the brand.
No one wants.
Yeah.
So why would you want to work with me? And they were like, no, we've seen your work. We've been following you on social media for quite some time. We've seen how you can turn your negativity to positivity, and we've seen how you've grown from nothing.
Yeah.
And that just turned everything around. I was like, oh my God. So
I'm really doing something here.
The whole world is watching me. And that woman, she video called me and she started asking me questions, and I started telling her like a joke the next day. And they didn't even tell me Mutale Mwanza was the one on the panel.
Yeah.
And she also didn't know that I was the one going there.
Right.
So I gave them my details and I was scared to send my passport. Nati tume passport kansi ba using a passport yako kutumira abana babe nekutatya ona na Bianca passport yake tinayo mazina yake ndiye.
I know, right? Like
since I took my passport, I sent the passport, then I deleted it. Then I was like, what if then I went for there's this pastor that I follow on Instagram.
Yeah.
Then I said, no, let me do some deliverance. Maybe when they pay for me, when
things
they
are
pay
gonna
for
go
me,
well.
I'm going to feel
so
positive.
at this point you don't believe this is real.
I don't believe nothing. I'm just like, I'm selling myself out.
Yeah.
And then I go on Instagram, I do my prayers, my morning prayers with that pastor. Then I feel my confidence again.
Yeah,
then I go back, I send the passport. I send the passport. Again, I get scared. Again, I delete it. Then the management now, they call me, they say, Ivanka, you've been sending your passport since morning and deleting. What's going on?
Yeah.
I was like, no, forgive me. It's just that I have a lot of phobia and anxiety when it comes to sending my passport.
Yeah.
Because I've had these issues, and I explained to them. Then I said, no, trust us. We are here to help you. That's why we want you here, actually, for you to explain your life. We want you to start from where you started and how you are now.
Yeah.
Then that's when I felt comfortable now. That's when I sent the passport now. That's when they sent me for a COVID test. Even when they sent me for a COVID test, I still didn't believe it.
Until the end, that's when you're going to see that this thing is really happening.
They
Yeah.
sent me a ticket. Then I saw the tickets and I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to Cape Town. And I've never been to Cape Town, and I've never been on a business class. I'm not gonna lie in front of these girls that have been on a business class before. Yeah, I have been on a plane. I've been on a plane before, but just like common seats, like you just sit like a common person.
Yeah.
You know, you just sit at the back economy. Packed
with people there.
Manjena bwana pesa tinienda business class.
Business class. Atinavutika ijade ku status. I was like, hey, standard.
Nati mwafa. Ijade naposita nishinafika kudala.
Oh yeah?
I posted the next day. So I was like, oh my God, I was scared to post because I still didn't believe it.
Like you don't even know what's happening. I see.
And then now they got me on that plane, and I don't know if it's fortunately I was the only one on that plane on the business class.
Wow. Alone.
I enjoyed
business
the whole
class.
Business class. South African Airways alone.
Yeah.
I was just there. They were just serving me what I wanted. I was like a princess. What do you want, madam?
Yeah.
Do you want? Okay, I want to take pictures. Okay, let's help you. They treated me with so much love. You know, I felt for once in my life, I felt so important.
Yeah.
Then when I got there, they had already printed for me, you know, those things that like they're waiting for you at the airport. They've written Ivanka Bianca, and they wrote my names correctly.
Wow.
They didn't make a mistake on my name, and they wrote Ivanka Bianca, Honey TV, welcome. And then I saw that, and then I almost cried. I was like, oh my God, who knew that I would get this far and someone would give me this much respect? And then the driver, I just saw him there. He was wearing smart. The
to
car
drive
that
you all the way to your
picked
hotel.
me up in.
Yeah.
I was touched. Then he opened the door for me. He carried my bags. And then I got in the car, and then he asked me, madam, what music do you want us to play for you? Or do you want it to be quiet? Are you irritated by the noise? Do you want some aircon? And I felt so important, I was so touched by those words.
Yeah.
That driver didn't even know that was actually the first time I was given that much respect as Ivanka Bianca,
right.
From the time I started all this journey,
Yeah.
And they took me to the room. They were just opening doors for me. They booked a nice hotel for me just by the sea.
Yeah, when you open your window, it's like
I can see the water, I can feel the waves. It was a dream come true, like also going to Cape Town was like a huge eye opener to me.
Yeah.
They really put in a lot of confidence in me after that trip. It's like they made me realize my value. They made me realize that in as much as I have been through all these horrible things, there's still people out there that
value
want
you
me
as
to
a person.
win. They value
Exactly.
me. They gave me so much respect. They did everything I wanted. Like, hey, madam, I want this. It's already there.
Wow.
Pick up time, they were always on time. They will write you a schedule a day before and tell you this is the time you're going here, this is the time you're having lunch, this is the time you're doing this time to this time you have a break, you can do whatever you want, from this time to this time you can. I felt so important and I was like, oh my God.
Amazing.
Thank you so much,
Amazing.
God, for that watchdog video.
So what was the project all about?
The project was about Toke inviting all the other African celebrities in Africa. She was like basically giving us a platform for all of us to have a light, to give us a chance to talk about our background. How did we get here?
Yeah.
How did I start? Because she knows my story actually.
Wow.
She actually even saw the video herself.
Amazing.
And I was so touched when she said, Ivanka, from here on, it's the top. From here, you're not going down. From here on up, you're going to the top, baby. We're going to support you and we want you to win. And
amazing stuff.
I felt so positive for once. It was like, she was like a fairy angel, like whispering in my ear and telling me, baby girl, this is your time and we're here to support you.
Yeah, at this point, you're like, shit, this is the life I wanted.
Yeah. And
Great
I got on 4 flights.
Yeah, 4. Business class.
Business class.
We're not playing
and
here.
And there were white people on the plane.
You and white people. You've always said that you never date black men. Why?
Because they've raped me a lot in life.
Yeah, so it's a trigger for you. So you've never dated a black guy
I
from the
have
time?
dated a black guy who really, I guess he loved me a lot also.
Did you love him though?
I did. Yeah, we really did love each other, like big time. We had an impact on each other's lives.
Yeah.
He's the one who just like gave me, he showed me love.
Genuine love.
Love
a man
that
can
no
give
one
to a
ever
woman.
showed me. He also he gave me like a horrible experience afterwards. He
So it was
left me.
a story of a bad ending
He left me.
for somebody else.
He actually left me when he didn't have to. Like that
When you
type
say he
of
didn't
a
have to,
issue
what do you mean?
where there were pregnancies involved.
Other girls?
I got pregnant at some point and
Yeah.
we kind of had a miscarriage, and the guy, like the other one, it wasn't really a miscarriage, it was just like getting rid of it because it wasn't supposed to. So like after that I just felt like the guy didn't want anything to do with me. Like I don't know, he just changed. And like I love the guy, like he was the love of my life. I would say like that person they call the love of your life.
You felt that
he
before?
embraced me after the watchdog video. Like he saw that video, the guy saw that video, he knew my past.
Yeah.
But he didn't care about it. He embraced me. He helped me discover my other positive side. He taught me a lot of things. And then when he abandoned me, it was like very traumatic for me because I couldn't really accept that the guy didn't want anything to do with me.
Exactly. Like if this guy can leave me, then who is gonna...
I hated black guys, and the fact that I've been raped a lot by black guys, not once, not twice.
Many times.
I'm actually very lucky that I'm not HIV positive. I'm very, very lucky, and I always thank God that I'm not HIV positive, because I am one person.
What did you feel at a point you had to report these people?
Who would believe a prostitute that's standing in the road? You're standing in the road, you're selling. You got the police and reported the fact to me for free. And I have a lot of experiences where a guy actually just used me for free and left me in the room.
Wow.
Aku dragging, akuikina mankwara kaupeza wakusecha vonsi akusia na mwamile muja akuyuzinga na sochabe without even protection.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying I'm one of the luckiest people in the country, because for me to be still fit, It takes God, eh?
Right.
It takes God.
Yeah. That's crazy. Let's talk about when your music career begins. Do you just wake up this morning or somebody just said, you know what? I think you can do this.
I used to sing in the press team.
Yeah.
So I was very insecure with singing because I always felt like Nzemba Chile and whatnot. So my music, I always felt like I wanted to do music, you know. I had songs that were flops, you know, like I can never even play them for you. You would laugh.
You'd be like, what are you doing?
What is this girl doing? What are you trying to do? There was a time I even went for Dreams. I went for Dreams in 2013.
Yeah.
Yeah. And KB himself was like, you know what? You're singing like you're in the shower. You think this is a shower or something? I'm not giving you a vote. I felt so bad. And then these other people, they voted for me and I passed. I actually got a ticket.
But why did you turn it down?
I turned it down because I had problems in my life. That's when the problems began. Because the time that I was doing that Dreams, that was the time when I was still working and I had my boss backing me up.
Right, like go,
but
you can do it.
But now I entered that business for Shani. Because I even started wearing tumatako to a boss. Ijaka video kanena banapanga tumatako Shani. Because I didn't zovala kudala tumatako. So penenzo end up at Dreams.
Yeah.
If they still have the footage, if they showed you think it's Nicki Minaj.
Wow. Yeah, so you turned down the Dreams competition.
I turned it off because I was drunk. I was literally drinking Junta every night. How was I going to go back with Dreams? When I was going for work, I was drinking a lot of water. I had my vocals on point and I knew I was going to win and pass. But when I came out, when I started staying on my own, when I started interacting with the wrong people, when I started prostituting myself, there was no way I would go to Dreams and still have my confidence. My confidence was low. I was getting used for less money.
Yeah.
How am I going to go and face people and say I want to be an artist?
Absolutely.
So when they called me and said, are you coming? I just said, no, I'm busy. And I just acted like,
yeah, you know, just fresh them out and whatever. Like,
but it wasn't the case. I really needed that, but I didn't go back.
Absolutely, man. You have a brand new song with T-Shon. It's amazing. I loved your previous video. It was great. It's just me. Correct me if I'm wrong. I just feel like the last video didn't push it as much, but it was amazing. Was amazing.
Yeah, I didn't push it that much because we don't have funders.
Yeah.
Like I've said, my career, my whole music career, my whole business career, my everything, I haven't had people that have come out genuinely to support me.
Yeah. Because
they feel like my past is a trigger for them, but they should realize that is something that young girls would want me to speak about, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
That is something that someone out there who's going through something like this right now, they need someone like me to tell them that, hey, I was once like you, but right now I can even laugh at the situation because now I'm renting my own flat. I don't need anyone's son to come to me and say, Ivanka, nikufuna, nikising, nikupase 200, 300. Albena na chito, or some nipase.
You're good on your own.
Value ija value amnemenzo nipasa ni gulisa kaboto kama mafuta kama 250.
You're done.
Nikagusa mafuta ya phone na 1 pin. Nene ngapapatile mundu.
Yeah. So you're not even dating anyone right now?
I'm not even in a relationship, and it's very disappointing.
Yeah, very actually. Because look at you. Because listen, obviously you're good looking. There's men that come in your DM. Do you fresh them out, or you just?
The men in my DM, they're not my type.
Just want white guys.
No, now I don't choose. I don't choose. When I was at a show with Toke, I was like, I don't like black guys. I don't date black guys. And Toke corrected me. She was like, Bianca, you never know.
Yeah.
You're saying this out of a hateful side of you that people have shown you that black guys are not good. But are you sure you haven't met a black guy who can show you the love that the black guys can?
Yeah.
Then I sat for a moment and realized that what she was saying, it made a lot of sense.
Was absolutely true, yeah. So what's your type?
So now I don't have a type anymore. I have the money type.
Money speaks
the
now,
euro, dollars, and pounds type of
type. Doesn't matter what it looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah?
The euro, dollar, pound, kwacha type of type.
Yeah. So
it doesn't matter what it looks like. I'm not choosy now.
Yeah. So are you getting into a relationship anytime soon? Is there some potential spending somewhere?
I'm in a relationship with my
good?
money. I'm in a relationship with my brand.
And you don't care?
Like you said, now we have to start fighting those people that they want to get rid of their lightning. Those are the ones I'm in a relationship with because those are relationship problems.
Yeah. And you and me earlier were actually talking. You actually have grown your brand, your business to a point that you have customers. Your phone was ringing endlessly. I'm sure even right now your phone is actually ringing. But the government actually released a statement to say they're going to be checking all the skin care products to make sure that they are compatible with consumption with the people. How do you think that's going to affect your business and many other businesses?
I'm not feeling like my business will be affected.
Yeah.
As you can see, my skin speaks for itself. It's like natural. I look like I was born this way.
Right.
I know I look like that.
You're fresh.
Yeah. So in my products, there's no mercury. We don't put any type of hydroquinone that speeds the lightening process fast.
Yeah.
We have lightening products that will make you look like you are colored or you are light. You
Sometimes all the way to a gecko.
We don't want the Congolese type of gecko-ish type of chili bites. You're having tumbombo, like a chili bite, where they are looking like you've bent bananas. You have to pose like this. You have to pose
on
like
photos,
that.
You make sure your hands are not showing.
Your hands have to be like this. Like, I can do like this. I can do that. I can do that. This is my skincare. I'm so proud of it. And I know my skincare is not going to ruin. It's like it's just natural. You know?
Yeah.
It's like when removing a little bit of a dirt.
The melanin.
The dirt, we call it dirt out here.
You call it dirt? Oh, yeah. Okay. Melanated, call it dirt. So, your business is doing great. You are on your right track, right trajectory. You have a new song out. Looks like 2021 is going to end on a good note for you, eh?
I'm so proud of myself.
Yeah.
You know, like I got stranded at some point in another country, yeah? I've been stranded before.
Which country is that?
South Africa.
Yeah.
I've been stranded there before.
What happened?
I got stranded because my friend who invited me there, she decided to stop picking my calls when I was by the door at her house.
Whoa.
She told me to find where to go.
Wafika no fika?
Nafika. No bonus that I'm out of town, find somewhere to go.
Shit. And you don't know anybody else there?
I don't know anybody else. That's where now I start doing prostitution again.
To raise money and come back? Damn. Ish, your story is quite crazy. So now listen, your story is pretty much amazing, eh? And
then they pay you 200 rounds in South Africa for sex.
Whoa. For real?
It's compulsory. It's a compulsory price.
There's even no one charges more than that. Like, this is the price.
It's a compulsory price for the strippers, big ass, small ass, all types, everything.
Yeah.
It's 200 rands. And you need to have your own room to get a customer to pay you 200 rands.
Wow.
So meaning for me to raise my money, which was like 1.5 at the time, kukwela bus 2018.
Yeah.
Eh. Napezeka na mamuna bali 200. Nangu 7 so. Tino zingi ndalama yobwa kunyumba.
Wow.
Hello, apo nchaza kuvutisa endani. Aza kuvutisa.
Make sure.
Hey. I have been through it all.
I can tell. So, listen, tell us about the new song, and it dropped. People, where can people get it? Are we expecting a video?
Yeah, they should check out my new song with Tishon, I Don't Miss You, on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's gonna be on Spotify and all these other streaming platforms very soon, because it takes like 3 days for it to actually get there. And also, we are looking forward to dropping a video with the famous Tishon.
Yeah.
You know, he's very influential. No one would
absolutely
want to miss an opportunity to be the music video with Tishon. I would like to do a music video for that song. But also, I have other projects that are coming in. I have a song that I'm going to drop called Silzadia. It's like an Afro hip-hop type of track.
Yeah.
It doesn't feature anybody, but trust me, it's gonna be the best song that Ivanka Bianca has ever dropped.
Right.
Yeah.
So are we seeing you continue with music, or at some point it's just something that you, by the way, because listen, yesterday I actually shared your artwork for the new song dropping, and everybody was like, she sings?
Everyone was asking me that even on my own page.
Yeah, like
you sing?
What do you think people think you don't like? It's
because I haven't pushed my music.
Yeah.
It's like we're dropping a nyimbo lero ka. Washako advertise wankala kona tuma views.
Then you
funding kaidi.
Yeah.
Funding.
That is true.
And also I don't really need a manager. All I need is corporate deals.
Exactly. For you to
because
to
I've
get
managed
to the next
myself
level.
enough. Ivanka Skincare has provided me money to sponsor my music videos, my photo shoots, my dressing, my everything.
Yeah.
What I need now is bigger deals to sponsor me on the level that I deserve to be on.
Yeah,
you know?
Absolutely.
That's why I'm very always spending, because in Ngazilangana, when I picture my higher self and when I picture the type of content I would like to publish and the money that I have to do a video, it's big one.
Yeah, you know. But dreaming big should always be the priority.
When I'm very shooting a video, nkalangana budget yanga maybe in 20p a video.
Yeah.
Then nkalangana video no influential muntu eni konda nkadibi. I like Nicki Minaj. I like these big people. When you see 20p ni jani clip imoz kuri bebe. Ni short imoz.
You know,
so
but that's your whole video.
I feel like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I don't want to do anything that's average. That's not
always,
my
you always stand
take.
for the best.
Yeah. So that's why people always feel like I'm not serious with my music. But the thing is, my standard is very high, and until I find the right people to work with, until I find the right funding, I'm gonna just have to keep dropping a few little bit of tracks and singles to keep the people knowing that I can do music. But I'm not going to drop any video that is average.
Absolutely. As we
in closing, I'm representing a lot of girls standing in the streets out there that think that one day they're gonna be here. And
that's exactly the next question I'm saying. In closing, what do you want to be remembered as, and what do you want people to, whenever your name comes up, they're like, oh, that girl?
A time will come when I personally will start going around in counseling girls that are in the streets.
Yeah.
Because I have started psychosocial counseling, and I can counsel a person based on my experience. I even have experience. I have a 2 years experience at the clinic. So I used to counsel mostly people that are HIV positive, like where you have to pass that news that they are now not okay.
Yeah.
So like I feel and I know that I'm fit enough to get to a stage in the future where I can stand and fight against prostitution, early marriages, rape cases, gender-based violence. Because if you look at me and my face, I've got this, like, it's a cut, like here.
Yeah.
It's a guy beat me up. You can see here, my ear is cut. It's a guy beat me up. My tattoo at the back, the face one, is a cover-up of a scar. I was beaten up. This one is a cover-up of a scar. As you can see, there's a heart. You can see it's
so these are just not tattoos, like you're covering up?
Most of my tattoos are just cover-ups of being beaten, abused.
Wow.
Yeah. So I am someone who can stand for those people. I know there's people out there that feel like you need to kill yourself. Except you don't have to kill yourself. You need to keep fighting. I always felt like I'll never even be anywhere in life. Men made me feel worthless. You know, when men use you for less money, they make you feel worthless. Like you feel like my value now is very high, that I didn't know that I can get to this stage, you know, where I'm even selling a product that's equal to how much I used to get before.
Absolutely. So it's just about the mindset, and
it's about the mindset, and also it's about not giving up, and also not to be ashamed of whatever is it that you've been through. Just put it all out there. Let people judge you based on whatever. If you have to act however you have to act, you can do that. And as time goes by, you get to realize that there's certain habits and certain behaviors that you need to keep dropping if you need to interact with certain people.
Yeah.
And you don't have to be perfect, but you just have to be there.
Amazing.
Fighting for you, because you never know. Maybe there's a young girl out there, and most of my friends that I used to play with, most of them, they got arrested.
Wow.
They even went to prison for 2, 3 years, 4 years. But in a snagwidi web. Sukutati na mwaya. Si mwai.
Yeah.
Si mwai. So people should just, all the girls out there, the ones that are being abused in relationships, and also being abused in a relationship is like the guy always knows you have no one to run to. They always know you have no mother. Most of the situations is like you have no one to fight for you.
Yeah.
That's why the guy abuse you, because he knows zinangonchimenge zenda kuti. Aza kupenya
still come back.
Kacha benyumba ubwera wambo pianga pepa ja upianga chabe chikumenyerako.
You know.
Udoba vinto apwanya udobe wakumenya.
Yeah.
So those girls that are going through that, there's no reason for you to keep doing that. If I didn't leave that toxic relationship by now, maybe nisemena bana babili or batatu.
Yeah.
Semena bana pano sembe muniziba. Manje ne pano pamne nidi ni nyambo nyamula bana nene ndine mwana wa masiye pano.
Amazing. So, but do you have dreams of settling down, getting married, and having a family?
I'm gonna settle down. I'm gonna get married, but that's like 5-6 years from now.
Yeah, still working on yourself.
I am not a type of a lady that is going to jump unless God says He's going to send me someone that is going to take my breath away along these years. But as I see myself, I really need to make an impact. I plan on opening an orphanage. I would like to take some of the street kids out of the streets.
Right.
I would like to reduce the number of prostitution as time goes by. I would also like to create a large number of employment in Zambia as far as beauty care is involved. I would like to have a boutique.
How many employees do you have under your
Right now we have like
products.
2 employees plus myself, because I also work there. I also get paid. I'm also documented. So so we have 3 workers plus me.
Right. That's amazing. And with time, obviously, it's going to grow.
Obviously, with time, it's going to grow. And when we started, we didn't even think we were going to have this much workers,
Yeah.
We didn't even think I didn't even think I was going to even have a brand, you know?
Wow.
It's so funny. A year ago, if someone told me, Ivanka, you're going to have this brand, you'll be seated with Charlie one day from Cape Town, and you're talking about your brand, you're talking about your skincare, your shower gel, your hair colors, I wasn't going to believe the person.
Wow. So let's talk about your skincare line. What you got on that?
We've got shower gels, we've got knuckle problems, because people have got like a lot of knuckle problems. And also, like, my products are not the type of products that the government is actually looking to get rid of.
Yeah.
It's a type of a product the government will be actually very proud of, because it's going to bring in a lot of income as far as Zambia is concerned. When we get the hands on those funds, because we need those funds.
Yeah.
So we have knuckle corrector, we have stretch mark removal, we have dark spot corrector. And in case people are thinking I'm wearing glasses because I've got pimples, I'm just going to correct that for you.
Yeah, smooth, for control.
You can zoom it,
for
you
control.
can zoom in. I have no makeup whatsoever. I've got very nice skin. And for you to get that type of skin, all you have to do is visit Ivanka Skincare products, and follow us at Ivanka Skincare Products. We have authentic hair colors. They are permanent hair colors. All types of hair colors. Name it, we got them.
Amazing.
So we're looking into helping a lot of people, and also I'm looking into feeding 100 street kids on 24th of December.
That's
25th.
On Christmas.
On Christmas.
Yeah.
I want to give back.
Wow. That's amazing. That's amazing. Ivanka, your story is absolutely amazing. Listen, you are an Aquarius, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I've got your horoscope here. Listen, it says it's time to move fast. We'll spend beautiful time with loved ones. Happiness will increase. You'll get important information, and you keep active. There'll be an increase in reputation, respect, and culture. Luck will increase, and success. Desired information will be received. Progressive excellence will be achieved.
Wow.
That's for you.
Wow. That's inspiring for me.
Yeah,
So,
that's your star sign for today.
Yeah. And also, these people that are listening to that news, they should be happy that I'm actually receiving some important news. And maybe part of that important news is going to be me feeding those 100 street kids.
Absolutely.
Because, I felt very bad the other day. Nabwana gula kaangri lalo nishoka town. So kambili ne mankana tami yonkala kuja. Nimangala chati. When I'm eating, it's mostly on an Uber.
Yeah, you're moving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So nabwana gula kahangri layo nauza ba Uber banga na tipoboya munugulireko. So pepa jani suna cheka nguku na bwana peza muntu paja pa downtown. Nifuna cheku suna sister na papa atanipaseko. So na bwana chosa mocheka nguku kamoza mbana tenga mbale na bwana mwamena na bwadera mnyamata.
Hungry.
Like I could tell the hunger, and I could tell the appreciation in his eyes.
Yes.
When he looked at me and he got that chicken and he ate it within less than a minute. Tikani mu traffic nishasiza kuja. Sister Zikomo, the way he thanked me.
Wow.
I looked at the guy and I was touched. I was like, God, use me to make an impact to such people.
Yeah.
If only I can be giving back, even in a year, I give back even to 100.
That will be sufficient for you.
It will be sufficient. And I want that money to come from my work.
Absolutely.
From my own money.
Yeah.
If there's people out there that would like to join me in this feeding of the street kids, it would be awesome if they did that.
Yeah.
But this is up to me. I want to do it for them. I want them to be happy on the day. I want them to be excited. I'm going to sing for them.
Yeah.
Actually, nzaka buginga na chibasi chijo inga kwele pa mwamba npangira stage.
Yeah.
Jeche nzati inga chichija. Mbona chenga bapangire show che yamala nzaka zunguruka town yonse.
So if there's people that would want to get in touch with you, to collaborate with you in terms of helping them, how do they get in touch with you?
All they can reach me out on social media. They can get to my Facebook, or they can call me on 0971076868. I would really, really love to put a smile on these people, because one thank you would just take you a long way.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Imagine do a street kids monga ine paja pamine nenze dipeni zo emidi la parod. Muntu anesiniziva bwela chani pasa angry layo natani ani. Imagine the joy in my heart.
Yeah.
For not having to get used for that thing. So people should learn to give back. I'm encouraging all the people out there to give back.
Absolutely. It's very important. And
It's very,
festive
very
season is
important.
a season of giving, and let's reach out. Let's reach
to the
out.
people that need us. Yeah, we need to.
Absolutely. Ivanka, I'd like to thank you so much for coming on the show. Always amazing talking to you.
Thank you so much for having me here.
All right, my guest today has been Ivanka. And don't forget that you can also use Bet to register with Bet11 and win massively. Follow the steps to sign up, verify, and claim 100% deposit on the bonus. So deposits from 100 kwacha to 2,000 kwacha stand a chance of winning massive prizes. Play and win. And for more information, you can go to bet11.co.zm. Remember, betting not to play for persons under the age of 18. This has been Charlie, and we out of here.